Hi guys, how's it going? So I've been asked by a couple of people now to make a video about winter clothing, about how to stay warm now that the weather's getting colder. So I'm just about to dash off to work, but I thought I'd make a quick one now. So as you can see, I've got, this is like a scarf thing and it goes all around my head. If we take that off. Oh, there we go. So that's kind of like, you can do all different types of things with that. You can pull it over your face. You can use it as a bandana, all types of things. So that's one thing. It's quite thin, but it takes a bit of the chill factor out. Right, let's move on. So what I've got on now is, this is a gilet. It's more of a sort of a wind protector than anything. It's not particularly thick. But the nice thing about it is it's got a battery in the back, which it's got a pocket in the back, which I put my power bank. And as you can see, the power bank then goes, plugs in there. So it goes up my arm, into the gilet, and then on the back. So I've got because I work probably 6 days a week, I've got a couple of different outfits that I wear. I must admit, I'm a bit of a rebel. I don't always wear a top layer with Deliveroo, but I've got a big Deliveroo bag on, so, and if anybody doesn't like that, I guess they can email me. So, right, first of all, I always wear these. This is what I start with. As it gets colder, I would use different gloves. So this one here is what I would use for the hand with my phone, because I don't need to use my phone with this glove. It's quite thick. It's supposed to be waterproof, although I have my doubts about that. I haven't had to test that yet. So that's my right hand. On my left hand, I have like a wetsuit style glove, and I've cut the finger out, cut a little hole out for the finger. You can see there, and that's what I use my phone with. That one is waterproof, but I lost the other one. So I cut the finger out and it's no longer waterproof, just so I can use the phone. But this is not a rain relevant video. This is a cold weather video, because rain, all you really need to do is put a waterproof top layer over the top. So what have I got? So underneath the gilet, I have a cycling winter jersey. This thing is thermal. This thing is quite thick, as you can see there. And that will keep you warm. That will keep you warm pretty much on its own, but I don't really like being cold. I've spent a lot of time in hot countries, so I don't really like it. Underneath here, I've got quite a thin sports style t-shirt. This keeps the moisture off my body, and I've got a couple of these different sort of thermal stroke moisture whatever t-shirts, and they're pretty good. I rate them as a base layer. And then underneath that, you can't really see it, but underneath here, and I didn't need it for today because today's actually quite mild, but I've got arm warmers on. They're really good, especially good when it was sort of at the beginning in the autumn kind of time, because I could just wear a gilet with the arm warmers and they're fine. But they're pretty good as doubling it up. And all of this stuff is pretty cheap from Decathlon. That's where I get most of my stuff from. I'm not sponsored by them. If they want to give me some money, they're more than welcome to. On my legs, I'm wearing big baggy shorts because they've got side pockets, and I keep stuff in there like my lights, spare gloves when I double up. Underneath that, I've got like a thermal style, they're not really leggings, but they're just like a thermal running base layer. These were pretty cheap. I think I got these from Aldi. They probably don't sell them anymore, but Decathlon will have some kind of alternative. And then on my feet, I usually wear long socks and then tuck them underneath the base layer. On my feet, you've probably already seen these, but these are partially waterproof SPD cleat style shoes. They are pretty waterproof. My feet do get a bit chilly, and when they do get chilly, when it's really, really cold, all I need to do is double that up with these overshoe protectors, and nothing's coming in then. I've gone through water which went over the top of these and over the top of my shoes, and these kept me dry, so that's cool. What else can I say? When it does get really, really, really cold, I also have this Balaclava, and that's from Decathlon. It's a cycling Balaclava, and I can double that up with my, I don't really know what you call that thing, that it's like a bandana style scarf thing. And that's pretty much everything. So I've got different alternatives. I do have a winter bib for the really long shifts, the 10.5 hour shifts, the hard shifts. So for instance, 10.5 hours on Saturday or Sunday, I would wear a full length bib because it's got the padding on the saddle, so your bum doesn't hurt that bad after 7.5 hours. But just for the shorter shifts, like today it's just 5 hours, I don't really need that. And besides, they're in the wash anyway. You got to keep your clothes clean because the bacteria can make saddle sores, and you don't really want that because that will make shifts really annoying and painful. I think I've covered pretty much everything. I've got a few, you know, thermal t-shirts as base layers, that type of thing. If you have any specific questions, then leave a comment below and I'll either reply or make another video about it. But I stay pretty toasty, I have to say. I don't really have any problems staying warm, and I don't like the cold. So take it easy, guys. I shall see you soon.